Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on a slice of life. A slice of life. It's Friday. Ooh, it's been a fabulous week as far as I'm concerned in terms of being a celebratory within your household, celebratory within your life, celebratory around what you are doing, celebratory about what your family's doing, what your kids doing, the accomplishments your kids made this week, the accomplishments you made this week. Today I got a box of books from Amazon. I ordered some books, the author's copies, and just the idea, I celebrated just a minute just with myself, and I thank God every minute for everything that's on every page, on every way it was done, because I have two more to do. It's just celebratory. So it's Friday. It's Friday. Now, I got you 45-year-olds out there, you 55-year-olds, you 65-year-olds, and you 75-year-olds. And here I am at 83, and I'm in one of these. So I need to talk to you about these things because I don't know, what is going on? I need you all to get settled. Either be settled one, be settled the other, or be settled zero, be settled with yourself, be settled some kind of way, because the way things are going, we need to have we need to be settled down a little bit. So here we go. I'm reading from my phone. This time I'm not holding up my phone. I got in trouble with YouTube holding up my phone. Not doing that anymore. I'm going to read from it. Otherwise, not Georgianne. Are you in a situationship or are you in a relationship? All y'all out there thinking y'all got a relationship and you really got a situationship. You're not in a relationship. You in a situationship. So I said, let me look up what is a situationship. Is a romantic or sexual connection lacking labels, so you're not calling each other anything, defined expectations, nobody's expecting anything from anybody, existing in a state of ambiguity. It might happen today, it might not happen. In contrast, a relationship is an established, committed connection with clear roles, ROLES, boundaries, mutual expectations, and a defined future. This is the key, a defined future based on trust, openness, and shared goals. That is a relationship. Let me read that again, because some of y'all are in situationships, and some of you all are in relationships, and some of y'all just in ships. This ship, just this one, this ship. Okay, let me just go. I'm not pointing the finger. God knows I'm not. But let me go back to what a relationship is: an established, committed connection with clear roles. Okay, you all have had a discussion. You know what roles, and what do you mean? What do you think you mean by those roles? You got to see, people not gonna like my point of view of male and female, partner and partner. There's some roles that you kind of take when you get in a relationship. That person will take on something, and you will take on something. And so I think that's what they mean by ROLES. Like I don't particularly like to cook. And so if the person likes to cook, that's going to be fine with me, because I don't mind doing the dishes. But you can cook all day for me. I don't know if that's what they mean by, but there's some clear roles. And then, maybe I already know you're going to go to the store. I don't ever have to go to the store. You kind of figured it out. You've been doing it long enough to kind of know what you all will do and will not do. All right. Although I saw something funny on TikTok, let me tell you. So on TikTok, the man was saying, you can hear the woman talking in the background, and she was wanting him to go to the store. And you can hear him saying, you've been home all day. I'm coming in from work, and you've been home all day. You could have gone to the store and gotten something. I said, ooh, look how he talking. He had it on mute. And then he took it off mute. Okay, baby, what's that you wanted? That was so funny to me. That was so funny, because you can fuss all day, But you know, if she say, I need you to stop and pick up something, you could fuss all day, but you're not going home without that. You're not doing anyway. I'm digressing. Oh, committed to okay. You have boundaries. Boundaries are very important. Boundaries are very important because some people like to push the boundaries and push the button. And you know that doesn't work. You know what buttons to push and not push. And you already been in a relationship long enough to know those boundaries. There are boundaries in a relationship. There are boundaries in the household. I'm in the household with 3 other people, and I know there are clear boundaries. Or and when they blend, or when they get fudge, Georgianne had to get back into making sure she's out of the way. You know, because I don't want to cross boundaries. I don't want to get out of my lane at all. Okay, mutual expectations. Now, I told y'all, let me just go. He is going to expect some things from me, and I'm going to expect some stuff from him. That's just it. And that's partner to partner. There's some things you're just going to expect. Like what? You didn't do that? And then, but by the same token, communication is really important. Communication is really important. Communication is really important. They said, Georgianne, why are you on this today? Because today, on Monday, or maybe next week, I might have some news for you. But I had a great communication discussion today. It warmed my heart. It's been 9 years in the making. 9. Let me say it again. 9. Because I've been sick. You know, I met someone, and then cancer came this, cancer came that. I just couldn't, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. They stayed with me, but I didn't want to do that. That was just me. I didn't want to do that. They need to go on and have life, because I was over here. That's the way I wanted to do it. And so they still out there saying, okay, well, are you ready now? And that was a good question. That was a real good question. I didn't answer it yet. I'm still over here on situationship, but it may roll over to a relationship. But let me tell you about the relationship. You all, a defined future. See, in a situationship, there's no defined future. But in a relationship, there's a defined future. You have made a commitment to be with this person, and it's leading somewhere. It's not leading to nothing. It's leading to more of the same at a different level. You elevate each other. You elevate yourself. You're going to get married, or something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Or you have made a commitment that you have made your own commitment. You're not going to marry the person. You all have agreed to that. And so nobody's expecting anything, but you do have you got boundaries, you got mutual expectations, and a defined future. And that's how you all define your future, then you're good with it. Outside and have anything to do with it. And let me just say this. You need to keep people out your business. Don't let anybody tell you what makes you happy. Don't let anybody tell you what makes you happy. We all made that mistake, and we all made the mistake of saying to somebody something stupid and then turn around and figure out, wow, it's turned out all right. Don't let anybody tell you. You just kind of have to make up your mind. You have to make up your mind, because some of us be looking at things through different lenses. And so, just get a grip on you and that person. You all had that conversation. We had that conversation today. We did. After 9 years, we had that conversation. And I'm going to the doctor. We just need to have that conversation. Let's go. So there's something else. Define future. And then all your relationships are based on trust. You have to trust the person. In my case, I have to trust the person with so many things I got going on with me, you see. So you have to trust the person. I heard from Alexis, and I didn't hear from Brian. But Brian doesn't know how to call me anyway. But he knows I love him. He's my son from another mother. I think that's what I think about him and Alexis. I love them dearly. I do. I've been over to the house, and I love the movie night, and he's just adorable to me. The two of them are adorable, and so I talked to my other people. She hasn't gotten my message yet, Monica and John, and then I haven't sent a message to Cheryl and Gripper. I should know his name, but anyway, it's based on trust, and then there's an openness. You can't be. You gotta communicate. I heard a woman on, was it TikTok or maybe TikTok? I'm TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, and she said, she started crying and he started crying because she said the last 2 years, they've been married a number of years. The last 2 years, she says, I'd stop if it hurts me, if I don't like it, and say, I don't like that. Just, I don't like that. And he was like, he didn't know that she didn't like that. Sometimes the person doesn't know. You make an assumption that the person knows. You got to say, I don't like that. And mean it. And then you got to be able to receive when he says, I don't like that, or the partner says, well, I don't like that. And then it's the honesty thing. Well, let's not work. Let's work to promote. Let's work to uplift each other. We won't do that anymore. I apologize for doing that. I didn't know. See, apology, when I taught at Delta Airlines, I retired from the training department at the ATL FTO Department 125. Everybody knows what that means if you work for Delta Airlines. And so that's where I retired from. That's not where I started, which is a whole nother story. Nevertheless, when you're one of them the first black woman to be in public relations for Delta Airlines, let's go on back to the training department. The first thing I would teach at Delta Airlines was I apologize. I would have my students say that, I apologize. I let that be something that came out of their mouths, because sometimes you don't want it to come out of your mouth. All the students who came through my class, they're about to retire now maybe, and they would tell you, I said, let the first words come out of your mouth. You work for Delta Airlines. Let the first thing comes out of your mouth before you start talking about this, before you start talking about that, before you try to get all mad, before you try to get the information, before you do it, first thing come out of your mouth is what? And they would all say, I apologize on behalf of Delta Airlines. You see, once you get that apology out, then you can work with a passenger, you can work with a customer, you can work with one another. But you can't get that apology out of your mouth. You can't say I apologize. You have held somebody up. They late, they lost their mama, they crying, they can't find their luggage, their babies need diapers. There's a whole lot of things be going on in your customer's mind. That's not going on in your mind because you came to work, you on the A, whatever, the I shift, the B shift, the some shift, the F shift, that's all on your mind. You've been doing this every day, you've been there 16 years like me. You like, okay, whatever, next. We got this push going on, that push going on. It's just rote. But it's not rote to the person on the other end. And Delta Airlines wants you to say, at least that's what I taught. It may have been in the book, because I did write the passenger service book. They may have written it, another person may have written it by now. But passenger service with Delta Airlines, when I was there, with the late Sandra East Jackson, we wrote that stuff. I was in charge of passenger service training, the red coats. And I taught a class for customer service people coming off the ramp into customer service, because they've been talking to bags and now they're talking to people. And so that is what I did. I'm going all the way around Adams House Cap. I'm just trying to tell you how what I did and how I apologized, how I got to be that. And I would apologize. Now, you got to learn to apologize. All that's a part of the difference between a relationship and a situationship. And what I like, black people, we a mess. You know we came up with situationship, right? You know we came up with a lot of words that they just take it now, they make, like woke and all, they made a whole dictionary out of this. So I said, let me just put in situationship and see if anybody is talking about it. Big as day, situationship versus relationship. So you getting together, this Christmas is coming up, the holidays are coming up, you know, and And you with some people. You met somebody, or you may meet somebody this weekend. I don't know. Or you may be in the process. Or you're like me. I'm situationship. I'm not relationship. I'm situationship. I am not relationship. But we needed to have a conversation to be situationship, because we're grown people. Grown people need to have grown. See, that's another thing. You're grown. Quit acting like you're not grown. I've heard R.C. Blake's and stopped listening to them, but I know they talked about it. Hardly initiated. Are they still on? I don't know. But I do know that they talked about grown boys. There are some grown boys out there, according to these relationship people, and Tony Gaskin. There's some grown boys and some grown girls out there, but they're not. We're talking about grown men and grown women. See, grown men and grown women gonna have that conversation. They're gonna have a conversation. They're gonna put it all out on the line. And that's what I love about my conversation today. Grown people talking. Grown people talking. Grown people talking. And that's what I want you to do. When you have a situationship and you're trying to move it to a relationship, then you need to have some grown people talking. Now, if you're in a relationship, then you already know these things. Don't forget, there's a defined future. See, defined future is, to me, is the key sentence right here. Defined future. If y'all don't have a defined future, you in a situationship. You come over here with me. You're not in a relationship. Okay? You over here with me. We're still in a situationship, but we grown people. You see. So I want to talk about that. So there's a whole, if you put in that situationship versus relationship, you get a list. So situationship is ambiguity, is first on the list. The next on the list is lack of commitment. So I don't mind the ambiguity or the lack of commitment, because too many things going on with me. I want more. I guess I've been afraid. I had my own. You all know what I've been through. So you don't want anybody to go through that with you. I didn't. Although the person said, "I'll go, girl." What? I'll go with you through it. I'm with you. I'll go with you through it. I know what you're going through. I've been with you. So I saw you. So but it's just me. I take the blame for it. And then wait a minute, I love this, sort of single. Individuals might feel like they are sort of single. That's like almost pregnant. Sort of single, almost pregnant. Sort of not. Existing in a gray area between friendship and a committed relationship. Well, you better be friends with that person. Number one, whether you're in a situationship or a relationship, if y'all not friends, there's no friendship going on in there, then that's not going to work either way. It's a friendship. My person is my muse. I wrote, he has a song called Something Happened Today. Something I didn't know. Okay? And then his lips, his kisses are still in my mouth. I wrote a poem and song, because that person is my muse. Okay? So you gotta have some friendship there. Regardless of whatever goes on with us, we still friends. Are you friends with your person? If y'all not friends, you can't say, boy, what? You can't just talk to them straight up. That ain't your friend. You need to be friends with that person. Way down past all the other. Focus on needs may involve meeting needs and enjoying the connection, but without the intent to form a deeper, lasting bond. Well, if you're friends, they're going to help you out anyway, period. I don't feel like that. Potential for confusion, a lack of definition. Well, yeah, I can see that. A lack of definition. If y'all hadn't had that grown folks conversation. See, y'all need people as old as you are on the other side of this screen. You need to have grown folk conversation. If they can't have grown folk conversation with you, bye. How y'all used to say, do they still say talk to the hand? I don't know. But if you're in a relationship, it's clear definition, commitment and expectations, labels. girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, something. I need this my lady, this my man. I don't know what people say. I haven't been in one for me to know. I don't know what to call anybody. I just say I got a good friend. This is my good friend. Mm, I don't know. I don't have a name. I haven't had a name since I've been married, so I don't know what. I haven't had that kind of thing going on where I would be in something long enough for me to know what to call anybody. Just I don't know. I'm dating somebody. Okay, a shared future. That's the key. A shared future. That is the key. That is the key. A shared future. You know, I tell you, so much going on out here. It's so much going on out here that Christmas is coming, and holidays are coming, and I just want us to work out our relationships. I also want to work out what I'm doing for my daughter on my show, and that is my daughter has some pens made in God's image. I know that was a quick transition, but I that's so heavy for me because I'm dealing with my own situationship versus relationship. But it's okay because we're grown people. So moving from the grown people conversation to another grown conversation, we got $9 trillion out here. You heard me talk about this now. Where are those $9 trillion going? Are we serving each other in the $9 trillion? So my daughter had some pens. I thought I had one. Evelyn, oh, she's not over there. She has a studio near mine. It's called Made in God's Image. And I meant to get one before we started, but I'm going to have her come and bring me a pen and talk about her pen. Because it's made in God's image. Do y'all understand made in God's image? That speaks volumes. And people like the made in God's image pen, the made in God's image t-shirts, the made in God's image bags. It's just a line that I like. I'm gonna try to see if I can get one. I don't know. We're not that we have a huge house, but we do have to call around to kind of get to each other. I don't know where she might be. So let me put calling. So the other thing is, so what I want us to do is to think more about how we're going to spend that $9 trillion and with whom. We got a lot of negative going on, but we can turn that into positive. We can turn it into positive by spending money with each other. Spending money with each other is what I want us to do. And really define it. Really make sure that you know where your dollars are going. We already know. Some of us eat at the chicken place that's not open on Sunday, and we know where a lot of that money went. Some of us eat at the other one. It's another chicken place, Zaxby's, and people know where that money goes. So it's a whole lot of money went a lot of places that's not supportive. So, let's find those places that are supportive. Let's find those places that are supportive and support them. Why we can't do that? Why we can't support one another? I'm confused on how come we don't support one another more. So I can't get the opinions right now, but this is what I would like for us to do and have. And okay, I would like for us to do and have. Your call has been forwarded. I don't know why I can't get them on the phone. Let me see. I think they may be doing something else. I'm just gonna stop because I'm worried. I may be the only one in the house. Evelyn, I'm calling you about your pens. I told everybody I was calling you. Can you bring your pens, please? Bring me a pen, please. So we got pens. So this is what I want us to do. I'm going to talk about these pens. She got T-shirts. She has hoodies. You're going to buy all these things at Christmas. You're going to go, you're going to give Kohl's some money. You're going to give Navy somebody, what's the Navy store called? Navy something store some money. You're going to give all the major department stores some money. And I'm just saying, let's try to just stick your head around the corner here. Can you stick your head right here? Oh. Okay. Can you stick your head right here? Just stick your head in the door. Okay, look. Look here. Look at these. Oh, do I have it right? Yes, here we go. Can you see them? These are beautiful. Made in God's image. And then she wears them, and every time she wears one, somebody wants it. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay, so what word do you want to say over the top if you're not going to stick your head right here? What you going to say? Why did you get them?
This reminder that we are to be who God says we are. And
Look at that. Look how nice that look on
God
my...
says we are made in God's image.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then she has T-shirts, and she has, what else you got?
T-shirts, hoodies.
Yes.
Ceramic mugs.
Yes.
Posters for your room or children's room.
Yes. Oh, the poster.
T-shirts for children.
Yes.
For girls. T-shirts for little girls. And as we deal with so much happening in our world and the challenges that we're facing, that we can be reminded that we are made in God's image, and that empowers us throughout the day. So we were created for victory.
We're created for victory. You see
God's
that?
Image.
Because we're made in God's image. So, this is what I want to do today. I talked to you all because, it's Friday. So I want to get all y'all lined up for your weekend. But I also want to remind you that we are 95 days, 96 days out from Christmas now? I don't know. But I want all of you who create, I want you to figure out how we can buy from one another. You call me and say, I'm selling sweaters. Then you need to give me a sweater so I can hold it up. And then you need to go and say, well, Evelyn is selling, she got pens. And then I need for somebody else to say, well, Evelyn's got some pies, she's going to do it at Thanksgiving. Then you say, well, I'm paint. Well, bring me something so I can hold it up. This is what we used to do. And we have gotten away from it. And I am not going to let us do that. If I have to do it by myself, if I have to take all that down, Lord have mercy, y'all had to come and hang all y'all stuff behind me. That's what we're going to do.
Put the link in the description. Boutique Indigo Soul, but you'll put the link in the description.
I'm going to put the link in the... See, you got a daughter to tell you how to do it. I'm going to put the link in the description.
Thank you.
All right? Here you go. I'm going to hand them back to her.
Thank you so much.
Because her mama doesn't know what hers is like this. Because I put it on something. It's either at the cleaners or in the washing machine. I don't know where it is, but I'm in the house with them.
Thank you.
All right? So listen, we got to take care of one another. This is what we're all about. We're about taking care of one another. There are 5 books right here. 5. None of them are books for Christmas. Not a book up here is for Christmas. Not a book up here is a Christmas gift. This one might be. Because this is some good stuff in here, the one woman show. But none of these are for Christmas. Unless you know somebody is in the community, that's working in the community. But it's okay. Just support one another. You want me to buy something from you, then you all know me well enough to say, bring me your sweater so I can hold it up and say, y'all buy this sweater from Peggy. Okay? Then you say, well, I'm selling baskets. Send me a basket so I can say, buy this Peggy buy this basket from Monique. That's what we got to do. If we would just do that, we could build Black Wall Street, $9 trillion. Somebody call Jamal and tell him I'm with him. Somebody call Jamal and tell him I'm with him. I'm doing the best I can on my channel. I don't have a big channel. But I'm going to give it all I have so we can do something. Because my blouse look good. My makeup, I wear MAC. The MAC people need to come give me. Now, MAC, I wear you all day. If you give me all the Ruby Woo, baby, Give me all the ruby woo and all the powder and all the eyeliner. I can just go. That's what I want. And then you can give me money. But I need me some stuff. Ooh, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. All right. I love you. I love you. Aren't this good looking? I got so many glasses over here. One day I should just show you how many glasses I have. Somebody asked me how many. I don't even know. I went the other night and looked in a bag and glasses fell out. I was like, ooh, Georgianne, I just put them back. That's just too much stuff. Somebody come help me. I need. My sister said she's going to come and help her sister out. Because, it's just overwhelming over in here. I don't know. But anyway, it's all right. Oh, this looks so good. My mama gave me this. My mama gave me this right here, y'all. Lord have mercy, when you don't have your mama. Anyway, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it.